All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of WKRP Montrose. This is Dennis in the horribly incorrect shirt to wear today, so I apologize for your eyes out there that are viewing this, but you still get the silky smooth sounds of my voice. That didn't make sense at all.
Moving along.
Yeah, Rob is over there in the corner. We've got a really special show today. We've got a band here in Montrose. They're local. They're going to grace the super small stage of WKRP, not to be referenced for any copyright issues to any other desks of any size. But I'm going to shut up and let them play, and we're going to do something unique that we haven't done before. So enjoy this, Verity and The Rarities.
Now I can't get you out of my head, or out of my bed. And you look good all the time. You're pretty when you're high, pretty when you're mine. I feel something ahead of something good, and I know you'll hit better than any drug ever could. And you know when you get it that you'll never let it go. You've got what I want, and I don't wanna go slow. Pretty high, 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 pretty high.
That was great. Yeah. Nice. All right. So, Jordan, we're going to have to ask you to come back around.
Yeah.
We're going to change camera angles here. You guys, yeah, you get set, you get comfortable.
I'll just set that there.
Yep.
While you stood up,
Oh, yeah.
would you like a
Oh, yeah.
beer?
There we
I
go.
would love a beer. Sorry, I'll try not to kill Jordan.
Kill me.
You're
Just
good.
maim you, I won't kill you.
So you'll have to. This is part of being a guest, but you have to show the beer there because we're proud to have a beer sponsor, Pomona. Pomona Brewing.
Pomona.
Thank you,
Yeah, love
Pomona,
me some Reds.
for providing the tasty beverages.
Awesome.
So-
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
We have to get you guys out playing at Pomona. You know,
Yeah, we gotta
one
get
night.
that.
There we go. Oh,
Yeah.
ASMR.
Hit us up, Pomona.
I just did not open my beer. There we go.
It's fine. She doesn't need to see you sing.
No.
Okay, so I think you two are gonna have to bring that a little closer.
Oh,
Totally.
like right here, we get
Much
talk.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So, all right, we're going to start. I forget. It's backwards on the camera, right? So, Jordan, raise your hand. Taylor, raise your hand.
Jordan.
Verity, raise your hand. All right. Verity and The Rarities. I love the name.
Me too.
So, there's got to be a backstory to it. Are you willing to share?
There's always a story. There's always an origin story and
Yeah.
some lore.
Oh, yeah.
I
So-
mean, Verity is just like a stage name I came up with for myself. And then when I met these two buffoons and we decided to make a band together, Jordan just kind of like threw out the idea of Verity and The Rarities. And I was like, that kind of reminds me of My Little Pony, and I love it. So we stuck with it.
Can I say
Okay.
something I've never told you, actually?
Oh.
When
Uh-oh.
I first heard it, I hated it. But then...
Exclusive.
yeah. But then I was like, you know what? That rolls off the tongue really good.
It does.
You can't... Once you have a band name that rolls off the tongue, you can't change it.
Yeah. It makes me think of is it Martha and the Vandellas?
Well, that's one.
That's
Yeah.
that kind of that construction. It's good. It does
Anything
very
and.
much- yeah,
Anything
rolls-
and is,
It
I
rolls
think
off
sounds
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
When we all first started hanging out, we were first just producing Verity, and then she just came to us with like songs just sad girl songs on an acoustic guitar. And then she's like, well, I would like you guys to like accompany me. So let's be like Verity and Company or something like that. Yeah. So we were sitting on it for a little while and I was like, there's just so many in companies. Like, we're really good company, you know?
we're better.
Like we're rarities. I was like, oh, that all rhymes. I thought it'd be cool.
Yeah.
So when did this happen? When did you actually, meet up and decide to form a band? And
we said,
Yeah,
honestly,
very recently.
Yeah, Verity came to us. Gosh, we say Taylor's birthday is our birthday. It's 4/20, so it's easy to remember. I don't know why everybody laughs at that.
I have a problem. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. If we ever get listeners outside of the state of Colorado, we might have to explain what that means and why that's kind of funny to people. But now I think we're good.
Okay, so really only since April.
Honestly, only since April, our Pride
or March,
we
April.
played the Pride show.
That was our first show
in June.
Really?
That was our first show as a band.
Yeah.
And we wanted all originals and like we just hit it hard.
Wow. I mean, so you've got an album coming out. Remind me the name.
The Affectional.
The Affectional. Right. And I'm gonna. You had a really unique way. I don't know if it was describing your music or your style on the website, but I had to read this to my wife, and I was like, "All right, tell me."
The reason why we did that. It's awesome.
There's feeling behind this, but I'm still like, okay. So I'm gonna try. Please, I hope I do this justice. The themes of grace and humanity hide in plain sight. If the listener is willing to dance with their own demons with discerning compassion.
Yeah.
Not only should that be a line in the song, but just as like a description of the style of music, it spoke to me. It touched me a little bit because it was like it was the end part.
Yeah.
If you're willing to dance with your demons with discerning compassion. All right, so bring it. I want to hear where this came.
I have kind of been going through the motions with learning to deal with very difficult emotions like shame and grief, and something that was really difficult for me for a long time was like I was very stuck in the mindset of like good and bad people and seeing myself as either good or bad, and something that I've kind of learned to embrace and really love over the past few years, and what I try to kind of like bring across in my songs and my lyrics is there's no such thing as good and bad people. There's just good and bad choices. And so I don't like to judge myself or anyone for bad decisions. I think that I don't know. I just like to see people grow. And the idea of like labeling anybody as bad is just like a stopper to growth. So I like to kind of spread that message of just like shedding shame and embracing your own duality.
Here.
Yeah.
No.
That's the most philosophical we've ever done on this podcast, for sure.
Well, but I think it's an important thing, especially from a music standpoint, that comes, I think any entertainers, you see it in comedy, you see it in music writing, you see it in acting, that a lot of us deal with mental health through performance. I think. Is that a fair way to say it?
Yeah.
Well, and just addressing life, right?
Yeah.
The things that life throws up at us.
Yeah.
No, but I like the idea that, there are no bad people.
Just good and bad choices.
We all make mistakes. Yeah. We all do things that are considered bad occasionally, but if we don't allow people to have like that redemption, then, like you said, then
I'm a big fan of redemption.
Well, if you love them. Yeah, if you label somebody as bad though, then they feel like, all right, I got nowhere to go. Like that's who I am now, so I might as well just continue to do bad things.
Yeah.
Rob just had a revelation in his life because last episode that we had, and time is a construct for WKRP because you never know when the episode is going to be or it's going to come out. But last episode we discovered that Rob had done nothing wrong in his entire childhood. The rest of us on the show were like,
that's not true.
We're like, hey, I may or may not have been arrested. I possibly, got kicked out of a basketball team for smoking too much pot. But Rob was like, no, I just played football. That's the only thing I do. That's what he said. So then that was last week. This week, he's like, there's no bad decisions. And we've all made bad decisions.
There are bad decisions.
Uh-huh.
There are not bad people.
Oh, okay.
Try to keep up, Dennis.
I am a little slow in that sense. All right. Well,
can I just, before we move on?
No, okay.
I just want to address the fact that before we started recording, you did ask him why his head is so big, didn't you?
I mean,
I said that to Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor had the headphones on before me.
And they fit perfectly, so if they were fit to your head,
Thank you.
You got share hats.
The reason I bring that up is
It
because
backfired on you.
in the nicest possible way, I think Dennis has a head like a potato. And we have a special button. Whenever Dennis does anything, potato-like, we press that button.
it's a reoccurring joke that he thinks that I look like Mr. Potato Head.
No,
and I'm not going to take my hat off to
Can we get a
prove it.
side by side?
Honestly, fake glasses and a fake mustache, Mr. Potato
Okay,
Head.
here we go. 970-316-3162 or go to WKRP Montrose. If you guys want to share an image of me side by side with Mr. Potato, we'll let the fans put that together. We'll share it on. If you send it to us, we'll share it on
fans,
Instagram.
Both of them.
Well, there's at least tens of fans.
Yeah,
There's-
your wife is one of them.
Well, okay, that's a good point.
We are so thankful for every single one of you. If half a person is here, we're so thankful.
well, there's
We're
more than half a
thankful to
person.
everyone's wives.
Oh my gosh.
All of our wives.
All of
Rob's got like multiple siblings, so there's people watching. I've got
I mean, most of them feel obligated to watch, but you know what? We don't care either. So if people are listening, we're glad, even if they feel like they have to do that.
He said he was laughing because he thought I said multiple wives. And it just made me think that you have this monogram or this what's the word called? What is it called? Since I'm so stupid, when you put all the single letters together, what do you call them? Swimmers? That's what you called them in Montrose.
I did not call anybody.
You absolutely called them swimmers.
Oh, by the way, this is what normally happens.
Yeah.
We have guests on, and then we just bicker like two children.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's podcasting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's
You guys
just
are
a
wonderful.
podcast.
So you guys send a message, and Rob will have to respond what his definition of swimmers are in Montrose.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
You guys do something really interesting on your Instagram feed, and that I don't think I've really seen a whole lot of other artists. Either not a whole lot of other artists did it, or artists are just starting to do it, especially because of social media. You let your fans in on the creation of the music. Like you've shared things that, like, hey, this is kind of how we did this, and this is what it sounded like before, and this is what it sounds like now, and that type of thing. Is that becoming a thing? Because normally my experience has been with a lot of artists is like, hey, I don't want you to see it until it's done, type of thing. So
I think
how do you
there's a
feel
lot
about
of perfectionism just in music and art in general? But I don't know. I think that like creating it is like the fun part, and I feel like people like to connect with artists, and if they're able to see your process and they can see that like you also make mistakes while making your art, and they can see like, oh, it started out kind of being bad and now it's good, then it like makes other people feel comfortable trying to make their own art.
I think that go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, there's a band I really like. They released like a documentary, like a full album making documentary, right as they release an album. It's wearing their shorts, but I really love that. I just love the creative, like seeing the creative process, because like I forget who said it, but someone was like, nothing is ever finished, it gets released.
Right.
Like there's always an extra thing you can add, but it's just release it.
I feel like Jelly Roll said that recently too. He was like, nothing's ever done. It's just the production company or whoever wants it out.
Yeah, I think it was like a VFX artist from said that.
This is why I don't listen to our podcast.
Why?
Because I know that if I listen to any episode, I'm going to go, we should have done this, we shouldn't have done that. I don't listen to this after it's done. I can't.
So what was the mistake that you felt like that I just made there?
Oh, I don't
All
know.
of them.
Yeah, there will be one.
Okay.
No, you're just saying in general.
But it's just in general.
Oh,
But it's
you're
done.
saying,
You know what? It's done. You get it out there, and if people like it, they like it. And if they don't, so what?
And that's what it's all about. And I think social media now is like, it's wild because you see these folks with millions and millions of followers, millions of views, and they're just like shredders, right? And they're just incredible, impeccable in perfection all of the time, and just mind-blowing stuff. And
And we know it's not true.
Well, like,
but I mean, I'm talking about like you know, we know
it's a million takes. Or
we
like,
know
cool,
it's
you're really good at your craft, or like you can play the guitar really well, but like you can't talk to a human being and you can't play outside of your bedroom,
right?
You know, and like because it's tough. I'm glad that social media gives us that platform to connect, but like it's also kind of jaded us too.
Absolutely. Well, I think, and it's very brave for anyone to put themselves out there. I mean, I didn't want to do this to begin with. He kept shoving the microphone in my face. It was like Pavlovian conditioning or something. One day the microphone was here, and then I'd come into the office the next day, and it'd be a little closer. And he like turned it on.
That is exactly how it happened.
It really is. But putting yourself out there not only is admirable, but also showing what we just talked about is the process of making something and making mistakes, and it's very human, but it's admirable. I wish more people would do it.
So we always try to bring the show back to some aspect of Montrose, and you guys are local. Yeah. You're here. Yep. Jordan, you said you've been here for a while.
Yeah, pretty much. My whole life. We moved here when I was 4.
Okay. So,
left from college and came back.
Taylor, have you been here the whole time?
Life, yeah.
Yeah?
I moved to Colorado Springs for a year in 2020, right before the pandemic.
Okay.
Worst time.
What was that like, trying to move during a pandemic?
Well, I moved in January. I moved to Colorado Springs, lived with my aunt and uncle for a couple months, and then I got my own place, and I signed the lease the day before the shutdown happened.
Oh, man.
I lost both my jobs.
You got really good at guitar, just being alone in an apartment, being away from his family.
Yeah, I learned a lot of producing.
But the pandemic did that for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So many people.
Talents came out. Everyone was a baker for a minute there. But people definitely did, had time, and they thought, well, I'm going to try and do the thing that I've always wanted to do. I think a lot of people did that. So, I mean, is it fair to say, in part, the pandemic is partly responsible for the band? You learned some stuff that is
Did you refine some skills and decide, like, when did this decision for each of you come that you're like, hey, I'm going to be a musician?
Since I was like 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was already there.
I've been daydreaming about playing drums in a band, like, ever since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, little tiny kid.
And I've been singing like my whole life. My mom said that I was singing when I could talk.
I believe.
And I wanted to like be a singer like as a kid, and then you get older and you're like, that's not gonna happen for me.
Right.
And then I actually started trying to be a musician before the pandemic in like 2019, like early 2020. And I don't know, I guess it just kind of happened.
Well, you guys found each other in April.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've put a lot together in a very short time. Yeah. You're about to release an album. You've got 2 singles out on Spotify, right?
And Apple Music. And
it should be everywhere.
Yeah, it's on all the platforms. I've seen it. I did my research too.
Well, no, that's okay. Everybody uses Spotify anyway.
Yeah.
So what is it like to be in a town like Montrose and try to start a music career?
I mean, I moved here like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So I'm newer to Montrose.
Only
and
from
I was
Junction, though. You're not like a transplant.
Yeah, I came from Junction. I didn't like Junction. I feel like... Never mind, I won't talk shit about Junction.
No.
I could.
This is WKRP Montrose. We'll talk shit about Junction all day long.
Okay, well, Junction sucks.
Hey, they want to get their own podcast and come after us?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I work up there. I can't say too much about it.
Yeah, but I really like Montrose. I came here and I found like that Horsefly does like open mic nights, and I thought that I was just going to do that and find other musicians through there. And then I just found out that there's so many music opportunities in Montrose. Like so many people do music. And like, whereas like when I was in Junction, I couldn't find anyone to work with. Now it's like I picked up these guys off the street. It was so easy.
You two are the Strays.
Yeah.
It could have been Verity and the Strays, but it's Verity and the Rarities. I like that better.
Cooler.
Well, now you guys are already like a huge sensation because you've been on a version of Hot Wings or Hot Ones.
So that's,
That was our own.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it
Hottest
counts,
ones.
right?
Sean Evans did not call us.
He might call you now.
Not yet, right?
I sure hope so. Shout out. I will cry on your show just because I hate hot
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, what I meant to say is his lawyer might call you now.
I will do
No,
a
no, no.
shot of your hottest hot sauce.
Yeah. You know what?
Mark my words.
If you get sued by Hot Ones, that's the best publicity you can have.
If you get sued.
But like, what are you gonna do? Take our equipment? What are we gonna,
Yeah. Congratulations, you got like $1,500.
So,
Worth it.
so Taylor's the spicy one
We
in the
have an
group, then,
LLC.
right?
Yeah, they can take my house.
After a beer, yes.
Okay, all right.
After tequila, I get a little too spicy.
A little too spicy.
All right, tequila next time. You're coming back on. Yeah. Oh no. Well, they're coming back on.
Okay.
Oh well, thank you.
So there was a part in the Hot Ones episode. That was dink it and sink it. Was that a toast?
That's from Good Mythical Morning.
Is that
They
I haven't seen
do
that.
that all the time on their show. Like when they try gross things, they try spicy things, and like before they try something that like they really don't want to eat, like just to like get the energy up, they're like dink it and sink it.
I like
Okay.
it. I like it. So,
All right.
do you have a favorite toast, Rob?
Toast.
Yeah.
I like toast. I
I
don't know what you mean.
Toast.
A nice marmalade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have a favorite toast?
No.
I have one.
Go on.
I had to write it down so I can remember.
He loves this toast so much you had to write
No. I had to write it down so that I didn't mess it up while I was saying it. So it's may we all have the chance to prove that money can't make us happy.
Oh.
So
There you go.
Wow.
I thought that was a good one. Yeah. Cheers.
You
You know
Right.
what?
Cheers.
I'm okay with trying that.
Yeah.
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 That'll be great.
Oh, so you're back on the D train over here. You're on Team Dennis
I have
again.
never been on the D train.
Yeah.
For the record.
Yeah.
Just
No,
for the record.
you are. You
Just
have
in
been.
case there are people out there who misinterpret what that means too. He calls himself Big D sometimes. I call him Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna since
those
you
two
guys
together.
you guys opened with Pretty High,
Yeah.
right? So should I play the other release?
Well,
The actual release of Pretty High? Because
Oh,
quite
you want?
different.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
That's a
yeah,
good point.
That was
It's like
our
a little
acoustic version.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to? I can play it. Okay.
well,
all right. Here we go.
I mean, are you going to play the other one at the
Yeah.
end?
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
we'll play the version
we
of.
prepared one. Yeah, that's not released yet. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
I think let's do that one since we have the piano set up, and that's also that has the line. That's the name of the album.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
sorry.
which one?
So, you guys can play My Own 2 Feet, which is like the one that we have released, and
Okay.
we'll play Leading Lady,
Okay.
which is one that we haven't released, but it's the one that the album's named after.
Okay. So let's play My Own 2 Feet.
I'll just. Yeah, I've listened to this so many times.
I can stand on my own 2 feet, and I always could, and I always have. You may have held my hand too long, but I've dropped it now, and I'm running towards the rocks.
This is Taylor singing.
I'm curious and I'm kind and brave, and I'm not as weak as you once made me feel, and I can go my own way, and I plan to do so.
Say people are just looking at my mouth
Looking
opening.
back.
Could be able to sell that clip for some money.
I can stand on my own 2 feet, don't need to guide me. My compass works just fine. I started on the wrong foot, but I stood up and I put myself in line. I can stand on my own 2 feet, and I always have, and I always will, and I'm not bitter or resentful. Honestly, I'm proud of myself. I can stand on my own 2 feet now. They work just fine. I can stand on my own 2 feet, and I always could, and I always have. I can stand on my own 2 feet, and I always have, and I always will. I can stand on my own 2 feet, and I always could, and I always have. I can stand on my own 2 feet, and I always have, and I always will.
Ooh. That do sound good.
All right. I mean, that's
She's yelling.
so that was part of the thing that I was talking about on Instagram. Like you guys kind of revealed how you did the screams on Instagram. That was really cool, and then how you edit in so how would you describe your music? Like somebody asked me how what genre of music
Yeah,
are
that's
they?
people
And they
wanna
kind of
know
force you into a
what genre.
box.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I always kind of say like post-hardcore is what like I've been most inspired by, but I'd call this like Swift punk or something. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, Taylor Swift,
Swift-
post-punk.
That would have been a better. That would have. I like
Swift
that
punk.
Swift punk.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
Everywhere
I was
all,
calling it eclectic pop
Eclectic pop.
Yeah, I like it.
or eclectic.
Eclectic pop.
I don't know.
I told the people that asked me the best that I could come up with, and I hope this isn't an insult, but I really liked it. It was.
No, you don't. You don't
You don't get to say it that way. Yeah. I let it.
My interest.
Yeah, I led into it wrong. It was like techno folk. It felt a little folky, but it has kind of like a.
I can understand that.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stepped in it. That's for sure.
I hope this is not an insult, but I'm gonna
yeah.
say it anyway.
Yeah, not insulted at all. I think all of like the platforms that we have to use to like click this drop box and click what kind of music it is. Like I don't know. Indie alternative is like where they keep putting us. But
Yeah.
Yeah, alternative and punk is what Spotify labels us.
Well, I mean, do you feel punk?
I mean,
Do you feel punk?
I feel like a bad boy.
like the punk stuff has. I mean, like we don't have that cool of a following or like that. We don't have that big of a following to like really start throwing out like the political and like the real like angry
labels.
stuff. But like, yeah, definitely like there's a lot of aggression that I know V wants to get out in some music and like
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah.
Oh, that came up too, right?
100%.
Verity, I've never heard anybody say. No, the question came from Taylor. He said, "So what happens if I reach across and slap you right now?" And Verity said, "Well, that would be great because I really have a lot of aggression. I want to get out. So I would slap the snot out of you."
Me and Jordan had this conversation today.
Did you really?
Yeah, where I don't know. I have a lot of rage and I've got nowhere to put it, and I'm just waiting for someone to try me.
Bust out the 7 strings.
So are you going to put some of that in some of the music coming forward? Are we going to feel a little bit
Well,
more
I
of
mean,
the
yeah.
anger? I mean,
The
I felt it at
album.
the screams.
I
you know.
mean, we're working on like songs that I have written since like over the course since I was like 14 up until recent. And then we started kind of working. We want to just like write together because right now we're just like kind of like adding things to the songs that I've already written. And the songs that we've been kind of working on together have been a little angrier.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I like it because, yeah, I've got a lot of it.
Awesome.
Well, it's important to have an outlet, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Like if you
100%.
don't,
But
bad things can
you
happen.
bottle that shit up and die
I
at
know.
40.
Oh, exactly. So, can we expect the album to sound similar to what we've heard today, or is it is it going to be a mix of
I think
things?
that it will kind of sound across the board the same, but I think that there's definitely songs that will lean more into like the folk sound that you guys hear in there. There's like slower songs that might lean a little bit more indie pop but like, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty much the same kind of genre.
Yeah. Is it done? I mean,
No.
have you written the songs and recorded them, or how far along in the process are you?
We have 6 out of 9 recorded. And like rough recordings, need to re-record some stuff. Like hear a click in the background of the guitar track is never my favorite thing. But yeah, so 6 out of 9. But
We're
So
getting
you're
there.
2/3 of the way there.
Yeah. And so first album, so 9-track release. We're gonna try to do like release a single every 4 to 6 weeks, and then release like maybe 4 singles,
Yeah.
and then drop the album.
Do you have a date of when you might
Ooh, that's
the album might come out, and are we having a big album release?
That's a
party?
commitment.
That would be so much
Obviously.
fun. That'd be great. All of yeah, like we can totally tell you whatever date we want, but
Exactly.
all of we don't pay enough for all of our like promoting websites and things that get our name out there. We don't pay them enough monthly to get like a release date. So we give them their stuff and they say, "Cool, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Alright,
Your
yeah.
stuff will be on Spotify in 3 to 2 weeks." Like 3 days to 2 weeks. So like I wish I could give like a hard day,
Yeah.
but we're finishing recording this weekend.
I think we were hoping on having it out by the end of August.
Yeah, let's just use that then.
End of August.
End of August.
All right,
You
we
heard-
could do it. Dude.
Now it's here. End of August.
We got like
Yeah.
3 songs mixed. We just need to record 3 more. Just got it.
Well, you got to let WKRP know when you guys are ready.
Listening party.
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do something.
Like
let's figure it
we
out.
have lasers and lights. Like we could
Smoke.
We could
We
throw
could
this
deck
whole
this
we could-
place
yeah.
out. He's got a smoke machine.
WKRP might know a few people, so we can probably figure that out.
We can make some stuff happen.
All right. So do you
That
guys
sounds like so much fun.
want to play one more before we wrap up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do leading lady?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Man, I wish I had another one of those delicious Pomona beers.
Well
It was
played.
actually really good. That
Well
was-
played, Taylor. Well played.
Well played, sir. Yes. You never know, right? They might be looking to sponsor a local band for something, right?
I know the last band we were in, our first deal was a wheat deal.
So now you guys, while you're getting set back up, I'll ask this question. You have some backup singers on some tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you were looking
Do you want to give them a shout out?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Was Shelby there?
What, Shelby? I don't remember if my fiance was there or not.
Should we just rip a
I
pedal
think
off
she
or something?
was.
I can resolder it. It's fine. Not today.
But also a shout out to Jordan's wife Beth and Jordan's daughter Ava.
My daughter, my son, I think is yelling back there.
Taylor, you're getting a little tight on the string there, on one of the cables there. I just don't want you to. There you go. That feels like
Are
it
you
might
going
be
to be
better.
blocking me?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to.
You're blocking my camera.
No, I'll just lean to the right.
She's got
Well, let's go back to the wide angle. There we go.
There we go.
Now we've got everybody. Okay.
close-up bands with a wide-angle lens.
All right,
Taylor-
so this is it's called Leading Lady,
It's
right?
called Leading Lady.
Yes.
Unreleased.
Unreleased. All right. And I just.
A WKRP exclusive. Thank you.
Just for
All
you.
right, here we go.
You've been so kind. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Of course, we're excited for you.
Dedicated to you guys. You guys are my leading lady.
Rob's never had somebody say that to him before.
It's the nicest thing I've heard all day.
All right, we ready? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, already.
I want to have to sustain that.
Get it together, Taylor.
Okay, ready.
Okay. I take my morning coffee with the taste of your lips, leftover lipstick still stuck to the rim. And it's been a few nights since you stopped by to say hello. And God only knows how I sit by the phone and wait. You blew me off again. Pretend I'm just a friend. And hey, should have put you so high up on a pedestal? Should have been more skeptical, driven by the affectional, oh so regrettable. But hey, thought you were just in time, coming to save me, start calling me baby. Yes, turned into maybe you were my leading lady. We made other plans, he didn't call back. Was it all in my head? Thought you were better than that. You didn't even try to hear me out. Only hear what you wanted to hear. Looking at you like a spotlight. But I'm on the outside. And hey, should have put you so high up on a pedestal? Should have been more skeptical, driven by the affectional, oh so regrettable. But hey, thought you were just in time, coming to save me, start calling me baby. Yes, turned into maybe you were my leading lady. You were my leading lady. You were my leading lady. You were my leading lady.
All right. All right.
That was awesome.
That was great.
That was
That was
amazing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
You guys are brilliant. Yeah. I'm trying not to swear
That's
anymore.
yeah.
We've been told that I curse too much sometimes.
That's how good it was.
You're good for one.
That's how good it was. Rob is never speechless. He's never at a loss for words.
Thank you guys.
Great job, guys.
Really great.
Well, listen, this has been another episode of WKRP. We're thankful for that you listen and watch on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. The audience is growing. You can go to WKRPmontrose.com. You can sign up because we've got a giveaway. You guys have been gracious enough. You said you would actually leave us with a T-shirt with some swag that we can give away to one of our audience fans.
Yeah.
Which will be awesome.
And we hand
everybody likes a good
hand
time.
deliver these prizes.
Yes, we do.
We
Yeah,
do.
we just, you guys will probably see coming up on socials. Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Ooh, long sleeve too, coming up for the, yeah.
Printed
There we go.
100% in-house ourselves.
We dyed them ourselves.
Ooh, you know what we should do? Let's get you guys, I've got some Sharpies. Why don't you sign, will you sign them?
Yeah, let's do that.
Dude, that would be, that would be cool.
You guys are gonna make me feel famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, there are Led Zeppelin T-shirts and records out there that are worth a lot of money now because they were
there you go.
signed when they were like your age. So,
All right.
yeah, let's definitely do that.
So everybody go check them out. You can Verity and The Rarities. You can check them out on Spotify, Apple Music.
And your website
Your
is...
website, Verity and The Rarities.
VerityandTheRarities.com.
Yeah.
So can they buy? You can't buy tracks. Reverb Nation.
You can. So
Okay.
our Verity. So when you go to verityandtherarities.com, that links us to like your Reverb Nation,
Okay.
our Reverb Nation stuff, and that's where you can actually buy the tracks. That helps us out a ton. The thing I think it's important for everybody to know. So everything that comes out of my own 2 feet goes to. So every dollar, every penny that comes from that song. Goes to friends of ours that are trying to get out of Gaza.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's a very
we
admirable.
operate closely with is it Operation Olive Branch?
Yeah.
Operation Olive Branch is the foundation that we hang out with. The one family we've had 2 families thrown our way. We're not the solely ones responsible for all of this, but they have helped one family raise 80,000 euros. So
Wow.
it's like 100,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
And then the other family that was assigned to us,
They're at 16,000 right now.
Wow.
and I think they're at 3,000 when we hopped on. So like,
Yeah.
no, it's been great just to spread the word and share.
And the
Fantastic.
woman whose
Great work.
family it all goes to, her name's Basan Kamal, and she's only 21, and she was studying biological science in Gaza before all this happened, and so all the money goes to her. I talk to her every day, and she's a wonderful woman, and I just want her and her family to be safe. So
It's
Love it.
very, very admirable and generous of you to do that.
It's why I don't know. It's why I think this project is really cool, and they've really helped me. Not they. Taylor and I've made music forever. Taylor's my brother-in-law, and I've been married to his sister for 15 years.
Oh, all right. That's
like,
something that might have come out a little earlier. But
We've known each other. No, I mean like it's so fine. We've known each other forever. So V was actually the one who came in and kind of helped really bring like this. Hey, like step out of the business side of things because it's hard. It's hard to make your art business, you know, and it's really you guys get it.
I've started and finished and failed several projects like magazine stuff. Yeah, it's hard work.
It's really hard, and so like everywhere you go, right? You get a T-shirt, and what do? You get a T-shirt, you put your label on it, and you mark it up 35% from what you bought it at, and that's what everybody does, you know. And so like she actually came in and was like, "Yo, whatever you have to give, you give," right? So like if whoever makes the most money is obviously going to donate the most money to the band, and whoever has the most time outside of work is obviously going to give of their time to do the merch because that's our whole shtick.
Yeah.
Is we do everything ourselves. We try not to outsource. We buy our shirts like wholesale. We tell everybody how much it costs, like what it costs us to make it.
Right.
We have no set
Full
prices.
transparency.
Yeah, 100%. Like we want to try to be disruptive to the system in a way that like might actually be disruptive instead of just yelling at people, you know? And so like let's hit them.
But we
where it
also like
hurts.
to yell at people.
Yeah. Well,
Or
like,
slap them
that's fun
if it's
too.
necessary.
Right? Like that's always fun too.
Yeah.
But like where does it hurt people the most is like it's the pocketbook. So if we can disrupt that way, right?
Yeah.
That's what's cool. When it comes to our merch, people come up and they're like, how much does it cost? And we say, it's donation based, right? It costs us $5 a shirt, depending on where we get it, to make it ourselves.
Right.
Right? So
But
like
I appreciate the approach very much. Keep making differences in the world by putting good music out there, putting the lyrics out there, because I know it connects with people.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially where we started. Like I know that music is a huge part of helping people cope with different things that they're dealing with in their life. It's always been a big thing for me as well. And I just love the fact that you found each other here in Montrose or in Grand Junction, and you're on your way out and up. And so we're happy to be a part of it. Thanks for coming on WKRP. You guys check out Verity and The Rarities and all your different spots to listen and download music. Don't forget that if you go to the specific track, My Own 2 Feet, that'll be a donation to try to help a family make it out of Gaza. Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Have a great week.
Much love.
thank you.